Good job, Mrs. Odds. Chicken attack!
Ooh, 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 ayo.
The inner machinations of my mind are an enigma.
We all got a chicken duck woman thing waiting for us. Every day I worry all day.
What do you like about corn?
Coco, señorita. Te toca ver la canción. La canción de mi gente. Va así.
You gotta fight for your right to party.
Hello. Hello, hi, how are you? How's everybody? You guys are all having a good day. Thank you for being here. Zarsu, what are you doing?
Love you all and stay MOIST Zarsu Creep Pride Heart with Pride Heart.
She sits in her chair. Tired, slowly waking up, with a warm sip of her morning coffee, Chat begins their shenanigans as 9.5 contemplates a sudden internet outage. She exhales a deep breath and presses forward, knowing
They're always way too you just is this science? Conan? Do you is the idea let me see if I can always type a message that is longer than the TTS will actually read. Friend, there is a limit to how much of it will read. Yes. Indeed. Hello, everybody. How are you? I hope you're all doing well. Thank you. Thank you for being here. I just changed the hydrate. I don't want to make anybody feel bad, but I'm lessening the number of times per stream you guys can make me do it, and to 1 per person. It's not you. It's not just you, Ba. It's not you. I'm not mad at you, Ba. I love you, Ba. I feel like I'm being bullied with it, you know? I'll be 100% honest. Sometimes I feel like I'm being bullied about the hydration stuff a little bit. I know it's out of love. But you know, I'm like, it always seems to happen at a time that I'm in the middle of something that I don't want to stop doing as well. Or like right at the beginning of stream when you can't even see me on camera. I don't understand it. I really don't. So, you know, it's okay. Anyways, I need to work on some stuff. I have a funny story. Look what I found. I knew it. 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 This is why I'm a hoarder. No, but it's not a yay though, because I ordered more of this yarn to finish this project. And if I had been patient and taken all of the yarn out of the box, I would not have needed to order the yarn. I could have finished the project already. I could have already sent it. And so I'm a little frustrated, but it's okay. It's fine. I just really don't need any more yarn in my house. Like it's gotten to a critical point. Like I have to get rid of a bunch of yarn before any more yarn can be brought into the house, whether that's through making things and selling them or doing giveaways or Miro. It's really bad though. I have no more room. Zarsu, thank you so much, friend, for your 37-month resub. I love you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for all that support for the channel. It's really awesome. So, I don't know. I'm trying not to get into a downward spiral about it, you guys, but trying to organize my space down here is very difficult right now. So forgive me if I seem a little bit like, I don't know, maybe subdued today. I just am I'm thinking about my life choices in a lot of different ways. It's okay. Just stuff I need to do, and things I need to consider, you know, changing. And I also made a point of going to bed early last night. Don't you hate when this happens? I made a point of going to bed early. I put my phone down. I did everything I was supposed to do. I did everything right, and I could not fall asleep until like 1:30 in the morning. I had every intention of getting up early today and doing a bunch of stuff before anyone else was awake in the house, and that was just not possible. Hi, Raven. Sure, Zarsu. Yes, that sounds great. Let me know when you're, when I can buy a plane ticket. I hope you guys are all having a good day. So, also, we are in the planning stages, but like the real good planning stages, like whatever, getting social media graphics and stuff ready. Euphoric Moonchild, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to dump my problems on you guys. I'm just saying, like, I could not sleep. It was so weird. Like, why do our bodies do this to us? It's like I knew. I was like, I'm going to bed early. I felt tired too. It wasn't like I was wide awake and trying to go to sleep. I was tired.
Another one.
No, Zarsu.
Zarsu SDC gifted a tier 1 sub to Coveting Lamb 50_Backer. They have given
Thank you,
46
Zarsu.
gift subs in the channel.
You're so sweet. I appreciate the heck out of you, friend. Thank you. Dang it, I'm using the wrong strand of yarn. Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, the good news is, I guess, here's the positive, right? Here's the silver lining. I don't have to wait for whenever that other yarn shipment is going to show up. I can finish this project right about meowish and hopefully get it out to RC. That is something to be happy about for sure. Oh, wow. Really? I don't know what I should... I still don't know what I should call you. Will you tell me what you want me to call you? Because I feel like there's so many choices for shortening your name. I could call you Clove. I could call you Lamb. I could call you Baka. Do you have a preference? Let me know so I can call you something you like being called. Okay, Clove. Fantastic. You know what else is something to be happy about? Snacks. Yes. Indeed. Hi, Zundi. How are you? Hi, Mom. I'm fine. Good. I mean, fine is okay. You just returned from the shop with snacks. What did you get? Thank you to those of you that attended the premiere of the video on YouTube. I really appreciate you showing up and showing support for what we do, what I do, even when it's, elsewhere. And I did do a live space / YouTube stream, and I think that's how we'll do it. Most of the time when I'm live over on one of those platforms, I might as well be live on both, unless things start to take off on one or the other of them. So if you guys are not already subscribed to the YouTube or to LiveSpace, following the LiveSpace, make sure you head over there. And I'm excited for the future of LiveSpace. I think it's really cool what they're doing. And I will also be making some posts over there because they kind of have like a blog style post section. So if for no other reason, you can follow over there because I might just kind of post some thoughts or, links to things, etc. over there. You follow the space that's live. Yes, I know. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry, Clove. That's okay. Thank you for popping in. I'm glad you were able to pop in for a second. You guys are too nice. And Ba, if you're listening, please don't worry about the espresso chips, friend. That is such a sweet thought. I really appreciate it. Don't you fret about that. The cost of shipping something like that, Ba, it's such a sweet idea. I really love it, but I worry about how much it costs those of you that live, you know, across the country or, God forbid, in Canada to be just shipping me things randomly. Wow, you can't get them on Amazon? They got butterscotch chips. They got caramel chips. They got espresso baking powder. Just buy some espresso beans and grind them up really finely. Sugar-free salt chips. I don't know what that is. Small bag for on-the-go knobs. Peanuts and a bag of extremely crunchy chips. You guess they're spiced? They are not spicy. Yeah, Laura, it really stinks. Backlog yarn log. Yarn log. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't see them on here. Peppermint. Hey, if you like it, that's fine. Tons of different kinds of chocolate and like powders and stuff like that, but no espresso chips. Weird. Nestle espresso chips. Caramel, butterscotch. That's it. Cinnamon baking chips, chocolate mocha chips, mint baking chips, espresso powder. Nothing. Weird. Did they discontinue them? Seems strange. Hey, Peachy, how's it going? This is a dragon scale dice bag, and there is no pattern for it yet. I just, you know, with all my ample free time, I just sit around and I play Candy Crush instead of writing this pattern. Haha, just kidding. I do need to write a pattern for it. You have a sugar-free brand there called... I know, but what is the thing? What are salt chips? I don't know what that is. There are a lot of Canadians. Speaking of Canadians, I'll be participating in a Fortnite Trios tournament with our friend Kim for the Day. I really hope they don't make it the 13th. It's a big problem. Kim for the Day and Shania. It's either going to be the 13th or the 23rd, and I'm really shooting for the 23rd, because if it's the 13th, I might not be able to do it. Because we already have a collab with Pix that morning, and there's some stuff going on in the afternoon with family. We'll see. I don't think they've nailed down a date yet. Peachy, it's been nice to see you in all the Women's Guild Raid Train channels. They are just salted. So are they a potato chip? Yes. January 13th, 9 a.m. You know, I need to add to that is that we're doing that with Duo. I don't know why I didn't include that information. Duo MTL and I will both be on Pix's channel. I don't think I'm gonna be live. True, Peachy. Many, many awesome people in the Women's Guild. Exclamation point TWG if you don't know what we're talking about. I just wonder if they're going to... I actually just disabled the guild's application mod. Or it's not a mod-only command, but it's a command. Mods. I just disabled that because we're not sure when they're going to open that back up again, and when they do, we'll enable it again. There. They're made of potato flakes and soy protein. Okay, Zarsu. Yeah, I was like, I don't understand why chips would have to be sugar-free. I mean, you know, there's some types of chips that probably have sugar in the seasoning that go on them. But when I think of chips, what I'm thinking of is, you know, I was like, is this like dried fruit chips or... I hear sugar-free, and I think it's something that would normally be really sweet, like candy of some kind, or... It's all good. Snacks are different everywhere. Just curious. You were going to recommend your friend to apply because she would be perfect? Well, here's hoping... Oh my gosh. Here's hoping they open them again. Words are hard. Sometimes words are hard. Come on, stop it. Might be playing a little yarn chicken here anyhow, so I guess maybe it is a good thing that I ordered more of this. Yeah, it's just like getting to the point down here where it's hazardous because I have nowhere to put stuff. It gets stacked up in the hallway next to my office space down here, and that's not good because that's too close to the furnace. And it makes Hubs very nervous, and trust me, I'm not exactly like happy about it. I just don't know where else to put things right now. And he suggested I put all my dyeing stuff out in the garage, and I was like, okay. I know that this is just ignorance on your part. There's some of that equipment maybe that I could put out there, but I can't put the fiber out there, and I can't put the dye powder out there because it's so damp. I can't put those items in an area. I cannot store those items in an area that's damp. So that doesn't work. I mean, it's somewhat damp everywhere in the Pacific Northwest. Pafardo flakes, that's hilarious. Hey, thank you for the lurk, Cat is a lie. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, Miro, you're just so wonderful. I at least updated the soon command before stream today. Thank you for doing that. I used to have a document on my computer that was like a stream checklist for like before I started stream, because for a long time there were like very basic things that I had a hard time. I hadn't quite gotten in the routine of doing them. And now I definitely have like a lot of that stuff under control, but there's some things that I still have trouble remembering to do, and that's one of them, along with updating the soon command and kind of just making sure any irrelevant timers and stuff are maybe turned off. And it's something I should probably consider creating a checklist again for myself. I know, but you already do a lot. And I'm not, you know, I know that it's not like you're like sitting there going, oh boy. But if I can make your job easier, why wouldn't I? Okay, I think we're going to have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A list? You have lists of lists. You're going through a list right now. RC, do you see what I'm doing right now? Now, before you assume, RC. And Cine Nominate, thank you very much for the follow. I hope you're doing well today. So, oh, thanks, Ginger Lass. Hey, Allie, how's it going? Oh, Peachy, yes. Why don't you either whisper me here on Twitch or DM me on Discord? But I mean, you don't have, like, I don't want you to feel like you have to join the Discord server. I think you should be able to send me a message. My username on Discord is exactly the same as it is on Twitch. And now that they've migrated over from having the numbers attached, you should be able to look me up. Yeah, you should be able to find me at the very least, Peachy. Okay, backing up. RC, this is the yarn that I knew that I had. I knew I had another tiny ball, a partial ball. I knew it. And I dug through the box and I didn't see it. So I was like, well, who knows what happened? It's fine. I'm telling you though, this is kind of a problem for me. It's like a blessing and a curse. How can you soften a stiff project? What kind of yarn are you using? Yeah, DM me, Peachy. DM me. I have a lot of colors of this yarn, but I don't, and I will have more of this because I ordered it thinking that I didn't have any more. It's okay. It's fine. I'm just irritated when I'm like ordering something for a specific purpose and it turns out I didn't need it. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. It's just a few balls of yarn. It's not like I made a huge... I didn't. I was very good. I only ordered what I needed for this project, which is very difficult for me to do. The temptation to fill the cart and hit the free shipping threshold is extremely strong. I resisted that temptation. Okay, it's acrylic. Chances are, Allie, when you wash it, if you give it a wash, What Red Heart yarn specifically? Is it Super Saver? Thank you, Peachy. Does your DM have a particular favorite color? So here's the thing. When I think of that character, when I think of Daenerys, I think of her beautiful, extremely shockingly blonde hair, right? But I also think of armor, and I think of the dragons and their eggs. And it is it's meant to look like a dragon egg when you close it up. You're no good at resisting the free shipping thresholds. Well, I was going to get this eventually, might as well. So for me, it's how close am I already? How close am I already to finishing the project? Hi, Smorf. Welcome in. You learned to do this stitch over the holidays, Sini. That's awesome. Am I saying your name right? I forget. I know I've met you before, and it seems like you have a cheerer badge. So I feel like you've been here and probably followed in the past and got unfollowed by Twitch, and please don't feel self-conscious about that. Maybe that's not the case. I don't want to make assumptions. No judgment. But I know you. It happens to me too. Hang on one second, Peachy. I'm going to grab something for you. And actually, so, I mean, I am trying. It's just I can only do a little bit at a time with the organization. And that's very frustrating for me. I want to rip it all apart and put it all back together. And that's just not realistic for me. I don't have that kind of time in one chunk. You know what I mean? I really don't. I just realized I have to go on. Oh, really? That's so annoying. I'm so sorry to hear that. These are the colors of this metallic yarn that I would currently have. Hi, Quicksilver. That I would currently have enough of to start a project immediately. Otherwise, it would have to wait. And the green that's on my desk, I do actually have some more coming, even though I don't have it in hand. So it would take a minute for me to be able to start it. But here, let me switch scenes again in a second. I don't have enough of this one. Question mark. Or do I? Ooh. Nope. Oh, these are not the same color. But there are two more examples there that you'll see in just a second. And then I have this really pretty, really gold one. This one, though, is not the same brand, and I got it off of Amazon, and I don't know if I can get it again. Oh, no, I know, I understand. Don't worry. All right, you're gonna see how messy my desk is. It's fine. So, this one is like a pure black. This one is like espresso colored. It has like some kind of brown, almost maroon sort of tints to it. This one is, see how this is a tiny bit more green than this one, but it's definitely more blue than that one. This one's like almost like a denim. This one right here. This is like a nice kind of a bronze color. This one's a sort of a cool silver. This one is, you know, a nice magenta. The green on the bottom left, are you talking about this one? Oh no, this. I would need to order it. And the issue with that is the shipping for ordering from this company is like $10 all by itself, no matter how small your order is, all the way up. See, I could have ordered it for you. I just made an order with them, but it's not for this color. So, I mean, we can talk, because I would need to order materials they don't already have on hand. It might slightly increase the price, but I would love to make something for your DM. I really would. It's frustrating that the shipping costs so much. But they're in Denmark, so it kind of makes sense. And in fact, I think considering the fact that they're in Denmark, it's pretty reasonable. We'll see. I don't know. They're all lovely colors. The other yarn that I often use for these that's really fun is this sparkly yarn that's by the same manufacturer, or I should say that I order from the same website. So this is called Metallico, and this is called Universe. And I have enough of this to make one. I actually have one that's almost finished in this. These are pretty and they're fun, but I don't know. If you want something more metallic looking, I could totally understand. I've made them out of plain acrylic yarn. Yeah, I mean, it is no big deal. It's just, it's an extra cost right now, and it's, you know, I mean, that's part of the cost of doing business when you're a fiber artist, is shipping your materials to you. But I know I'm giving you too many options. Poor RC had the hardest time, and then just finally decided on something nice and simple, which, you know, sometimes simple is best. RC, if you're listening, did we talk about what lining you want for this? You just want a plain... black lining? I mean, you don't really see the lining. And I, generally speaking, don't like using fancy yarns on something that's hidden away from view most of the time. But... to each their own. And you were very generous with this item in our auction. So I'm inclined to do whatever you like. So the thing that's cool about how I do these, Peachy, is, and why, you know, they're special, is I don't just crochet the bag like this. This would have holes that, for a lot of people who are dice goblins, you know, that's a loving term, okay? Dice goblin is a loving term. I'm married to one. Like, we own a shop where we sell dice. You're a big old dice goblin yourself. If your dice goblins are real dice goblins, or if they're truly invested in their dice goblinery, goblinitude, Goblinification. If they've been fully goblinified. This hole is way too large, and their little baby dice will fall out. Even larger dice could fall out of this, right? We don't want that. So here's an example of one I did where I actually lined it with fabric, and I need to finish this one and send it out to Tolkien. I lined it with fabric because we were participating in a fundraiser to benefit St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, and I decided to try my hand at hand sewing a lining. And this is fabric with artwork from a St. Jude patient. And I set a goal, and I ended up raffling this off. Now, I like that, but I'm going to go ahead and tell you the crocheted linings are way less complicated. And until I get my sewing machine out and figure out how to sew linings into the bags with a machine, I wouldn't be willing to do that again. It was a fun experiment that I enjoyed making, and that's why it was a fun thing to do for that, because I don't anticipate doing it again until I learn how to do it. Hand sewing doesn't bother me that much, but it is time consuming. And I like making the whole bag out of crochet. Nothing against fabric. I just think it's cool to be able to do it all out of crochet. And I think that the way I do it is extremely well constructed and is extremely unlikely to fail because of the nature of how it's made. So like, oh wait, did I just make it back to the beginning? I sure did. So I'm now going to make and do more cool stuff. How's it going? Thank you for hanging out last night while I played some fork and knife. So I'm now making the drawstring, like the top part where the drawstring eyelet holes will go. And then I'm going to build off the back here and make the lining. Yeah, I'm not terrible at it. I think I did a good job because even this part of the lining was hand sewn. And I don't do it frequently. So if I did it frequently, it would probably be even better. I mean, it's inside out. So you're not going to see all of the, but I think I did a pretty good job. And I just winged it. Anyway. While I toot my own horn. Okay, I need to scroll up because I'm probably missing things. You never want your goblin hole to be too large. 9po notes. Shiny math rocks go clickety clackety. I roll attackety. Yes. Right. The weight pulling the yarn a bit. It's going to stretch. Why would I tell Mother Clucker they're not the best? You're so bad at hand sewing. You used to turn away commissions that would require it. Oh, you're also a January baby, Quicksilver. That's great. Actually pretty clean looking. Thank you. Oh, thank you for the compliments. You guys are too nice. Toot, toot. How's it going, Liz? So, you know, there's a variety of approaches to making these, and I don't own, you know, like dragon scale is not my, like, I don't, making this pattern, it's not like I'm saying like, yeah, that's right, I came up with dragon scale. You can't copyright, you cannot patent, you can't otherwise claim stitches as intellectual property, right? But an entire pattern, yes, like the you know, the written instructions to make a finished thing. DMCS, it's a bot account I created, so I guess it's me. So thanks for the compliment. We have ads. If you... Okay, fine. And you're welcome. There is the show and tell. I don't know how much we have in there. I haven't had a real good opportunity to look at that particularly today. I have accepted your DM, Peachy. No entries. Fine. Everybody's maybe finally caught up with all the things they were supposed to make for the holidays and trying to relax now that all that shenaniganery is over. Oh yeah, also sometime in the next couple of days I'll be reverting to our regular emotes. You're okay. No. There's no pressure. There's no pressure. I like showing you guys this stuff, but it's not a big deal. You don't have anything to show yet. Once you start plying this yarn, you'll share, but don't worry. It's all good. I like doing it, but it's not like I'm like, well, no entries today? Grrr! Still have stuff to work on, just sick right now. We used to only do it once a week, which had its own set of issues. So when you only do it once a week, then you have to close it and open it that day. Mostly just the sore throat portion of a cold, which hurts. I'm sorry. I don't know. I've been thinking a lot about Discord stuff. I'm thinking about Patreon. Been thinking about Patreon. I have a Patreon. And I don't really use it very much. I think there's like one person who's generous and kind enough to support me on Patreon. Yeah, I don't even have a command for it. Like... Goodbye forever. The music was perfect and everything. I'm not actually leaving. I set it up a long time ago, and then I went in and I did do some revamping. Oh my gosh, Smorf. That's so entirely up to the individual. It really is. Like, if you were to ask our friend Brenda that question, Brenda has both. Art and Jest. They all have different things about them that are appealing, I guess might be the word. This is true. So there's memberships through Fourth Wall, and I did set that up, but I need to work on that. I think I currently pay 8% on Patreon. So the way they set up their fee structure, the more percentage you give the platform, I believe, like, maybe the more features you... I'm not an expert on this topic, you guys. I don't really know. So I'm nervous to start saying things because I can't guarantee the validity of my statements. So suffice it to say that I believe their fee structure is such that there are additional features that you unlock as a creator using their platform. I'm absolutely right. Okay. More features equals a bigger cut for Patreon. So you can set up a very basic Patreon where they only take, I think 8 is the minimum. It might be less than that. I don't know. One thing they have done as of late is they have allowed you, the middle tier is 12%. They've allowed you to set it up so that people can join your Patreon and be part of it and have like an account where they follow you, and you can make things available at a free tier. So that's a change they've made in the last, probably, I want to say 3 to 6 months. They've also made it so now I believe you can run a shop selling digitally delivered items through Patreon. Now, obviously, you can have a Patreon tier where one of the benefits is a finished item that you mail to them. It's pretty normal. It's like a lot of people do that. They also, I believe, have on-demand printed merchandise that you can set up that will be automatically printed and shipped out to a person who stays, at least they used to have this, stays subscribed to your Patreon at a certain tier for a certain number of months. So you can say like, hey, if you stay at the $20 tier for 6 months, you get a hoodie or whatever. I mean, you want to think about how much that's going to cost you, because it does come out of your Patreon earnings. The base cost of the item. A crocheter you follow on YouTube uses Patreon as a free join but sells their patterns through there. Right. Hello, Simply Aretha. How are you? Don't worry. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Simply Aretha is a fellow Twitch Women's Guild member and was one of the stops on the train. So if we could do a shout out for Simply Aretha and XOPG, that would be awesome. Maybe an MSO. Thanks, Miro. It is all good. Oh my gosh. Why are you being a pain? Stop it. It's because I'm trying to go right through this same... This is one thing I've struggled with is because this has a gap in it and I don't like it. Aretha, how are you? What are you up to today? Oh my goodness. Sometimes you get to the end of a little ball of yarn like this and it just wants to like, the tail is like, I want to come out to play. And you're like, no, it's not time. Your time is soon, but not now. Stay put, please. You're good. You were train sitting this morning. You filled out some applications and going to work on reporting for grants that you received. Ah, I see. Excellent. Oh, well, that's just a feature of Seribot, Mama Ras. That's just a feature of Seribot. Now I have to figure out what I'm doing here. Oh no, I should have left that there. Thank you for shouting out Mama Ross as well, fellow Fortnite aficionado. I know we should have tried better to coordinate this Miro goes on mod vacation thing with your actual vacation. Should we do it right now, chat? See, that's not right either. 1, 2, 3, 4. We skipped that. Nope, I'm doing this wrong. Then that way you would be back in time for the... Although I don't know if I'll even be live. I think I probably won't be live for Pix's thing. That's illegal? Mm-mm. Call the cops? Yeah. I'm sure if you call them, they're going to be like, let us get right on that. Technical foul on 9.5? Mm-hmm. 911, what is your emergency? I watched this channel on the internet. And this woman unmodded one of her best moderators. Not that there's a contest going. You're all wonderful. One of her moderators whose dedication is bar none. What was that, Liz? Do we need to delete that, Liz? I don't know what that is. Nope. I'm like, did your cat walk across your keyboard? Are you typing your credit card number? What's happening right now? 5-yard penalty, first down. Hi, Tashwin. Welcome in. You know, I think a show like that, I might have a little bit of a tough time understanding. If it's like really heavily centered around working in an office. Because I have done that for all of like maybe 5% of my adult working life. Worked in like a clerical environment. I mean, sure, I broadcast on the internet. I am my own IT. It's more about people being lazy and unhinged at work Okay. Yeah, that said, I love The Office. Even though, again, that kind of workplace is one that I am not intimately familiar with. I worked in libraries when I did clerical work, which is similar, I feel like, to like an office, but still different, because like if I got annoyed with what was going on at circulation, I could like, I mean, I guess you could probably do this in a lot of workplaces of this nature. I would like be like, oh yeah, I saw there was a lot of books that needed shelving, so I'm gonna go to sorting. Because that other work study person who drives me crazy just came in to sit down right next to me and talk my ear off, even though I'm a chatty Cathy. I can't today. I got along with mostly everybody. I enjoyed it. My the last library job I had was a work study job, but they gave me a lot more responsibilities than just a standard work study person. Getting their money's worth, I tell you. But you know what? It kept me happy and from being bored. So, and they encouraged me to apply for regular positions after graduating, which was a good feeling. But I did, and then they hired somebody else. What are you gonna do? The tech guys are really socially awkward, and the boss got the job by lying on her resume, so she's more of the department liaison, so the IT guys don't get completely shunned. Oh my. Oh my. Is the joke here that that's the emergency numbers from like a variety of places, but then like 911 is backwards, and that's pretty funny. You started typing it out, but including the 3 and then a 3? The emergency number in this show is like 25 digits long. Yikes. Yikes stripes. Do you guys want to do a channel points prediction? Because this is going to be close. They bring it out as the new sleek, sexy emergency services and make it look like a cheesy infomercial. To have a unique emergency number that can't be confused with anyone else, they made the new number and gave it a song. So I need to make it all the way around the top of this again, and this is how much yarn I have left. I'm going to start a prediction. Will 9 win Yarn Chicken? Your submission period is going to be short. It's only going to be 1 minute because I want to keep going. Actually, I'll make it 2 minutes because I need to use the restroom. Will I win Yarn Chicken? It's time to play everyone's favorite game, Yarn Chicken. Yes, Yarn Chicken. We're playing Yarn Chicken. Hi, Puffles. Please use your channel points to predict whether or not I will win. I need to make it all the way around the top of this bag with double crochets one more time. I will be right back. Oh, yeah, I saw you saying, Liz, that you're going for a visit with your mom. I hope everything is good with her and Ollie. You're alive, working on a cute little Stitch. You needed to play episode 2 of IT Crowd to a coworker who was too young for IT Crowd. So who do I email? The department head. Oh, good. Dear sir and or madam. No, too formal. What? If I just say to do the thing, what's the worst that happens? They kill you. Very well. Wait, what? Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's okay. Other people do, though. I can't know everything. You picked it up yesterday, but you haven't had the chance to open your mail. Thank you, Miro. Welcome back, everybody. Uh-oh. I have to mix. Didn't I get it already? I think. Puffles? I thought I told you I got it already. See, this is how my brain works. I go, oh, I should send a note, a message. I should send a message to that person thanking them for sending me such a sweet card. And then my brain goes as soon as something else happens. Yeah, don't fret. I did get it. And you wrote very nice things on the inside of it that I'm not necessarily going to read out loud, but just, you know, just know that they are very sweet and very kind words, and I really appreciate you. And I am very sorry that I didn't at least shoot you a quick message in Discord to let you know. It's like when I go check, this is hilarious. This one was from DJ. But yes, I did get your card. Thank you, friend. On the inside of the Keanu card, it says, have a breathtaking holiday. Ariella, how are you? Are you crocheting? When I go get stuff out of my mailbox, I usually have the kids in tow. And that is a whole adventure in and of itself. Awesome! How did I know? Oh my goodness, this tail does not want to stay out of the way. Mods, I do need to be done today by about 1:45-ish. Of course. That would be awesome. Hi, Rackwack. Yes, of course you can. Please do. Yeah, let's go. Right on, Ariella. That's so cool. I'm happy that you've decided to do it. It's I just think, you know, there's very little standing in the way of just about anybody doing it. I've told you guys about Lucky Finn Project before. And saw this video that this mom posted of her son, Miles, crocheting a woobles and doing a bang up job. And he, like, I'm missing a finger. Well, even people who are like missing entire limbs and only have one limb or have partial digits on a limb, can do it too. Like, he does it by holding, you know, like he uses his knees to hold pieces and all this other stuff. It's really impressive. Like, I understand some people try it and it's not enjoyable enough for them to keep going with it. All I'm saying is if you really want to be able to do it, I think you can. And you just have to stick with it. And it was so awesome to see a kiddo not letting any preconceived notions about himself stop him from doing anything that he wants to do. And that goes for all of us, but I made a comment and said, you know, hey, I'm missing a digit, and I also am a crocheter, and you're doing a fantastic job, and you did a really great job on your very first piece. How close are we? Oh, buddy. This is a nail biter. I am really not 100% sure that I'm going to make it. RC, are you in here? I know sometimes we have to step away. We got work stuff to do. Oh, we're going to make it. I'm gonna make it after all. All right, people. Those of you that were believers, you win. I mean, the question does remain, how do I make a drawstring for this particular? I could do this as half of it and black as the other half. Installing Windows on your PC, finally. Does that mean that you're getting that much closer to being able to stream there, Naughty Gnome? It's been a long process for you. Because of other mitigating factors, obviously. Dang it. Okay. Well, that's the body of the bag finished. I'm going to message RC because I don't think he heard me asking about. Oh, there you are. The lining. I generally just do plain black. Is that what you would like? I mean, I'm inclined to offer to you to make another choice. I just feel like the way I look at it is this. Typically, you're not going to see it. You know, the bag is closed up. What point is there in using fancy, pretty yarn for the inside of a bag? But I don't know. If you want like a complementing color, it can't be reversible though. I mean, it could be, but then it would be full of the dragon scales. Yeah. Yeah. It's attached to my desk and so is my camera, so I apologize for the shaking. How's it going, PX Ice? Lobster Licka, how are you? Having some beans and wieners, yum.
You'll spin me right round, baby, right round, like a record, baby, right round, right round.
Ah! Oh, geez. What's going on, Puzzled? This music makes you feel like you're playing Sim City in the 90s, early 2000s. I cannot... I've never played that game. This cake of yarn was looking a little sussy. It had traveled around in a project bag or two. So I rewound it. Same to you, Lobster. I hope you also had a good holiday. Yeah. I think we might be good now. I don't think I need to ask you any more questions. I'm not sure if you already filled out some kind of a form or something. Oh, yeah. Yes, because you bid on this in Tiltify. So I already have your shipping info and everything. We're good to go. I mean, obviously, we want you to talk in here when you're able because we like having you around. But you do what you need to do, friend. Just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything in chat because, you know, I never ever do that. This wasn't a rebuilt PC. You installed everything yourself and connected all the wires, and manuals are useless. I built this PC, Naughty Gnome. I know what you're talking about, but that is something that, is this the first time you've ever done it? I shouldn't assume that. Maybe it's not the first time. Building a PC can be fun, but it can be nerve-wracking. And it's really especially hard if, like, you get some components. No, but the last time was 12 years ago, and a lot has changed since then for sure. But still, at least you kind of maybe have some of the basic principles in the back of your brain, you know? The nice thing about building your own computer is not having it all bloated with a bunch of extraneous nonsense when you finish building it. Like, yeah, you need an operating system, but like you buy a pre-built and it's going to come with a bunch of garbage already pre-installed. And like, you know, I've seen such horror stories with people with their pre-builts, with stuff not working right, and the water cooling. See, I don't have that. It's something that was being talked about when the possibility of me having to rebuild my PC from the motherboard. Well, not from the motherboard up, but I had some issues not long ago that I thought were related to perhaps Miro was helping me, and Miro was thinking it might be the motherboard, but it turned out it was the RAM. And that would have been such an easy fix if I had just tried that first. And people tried to tell me. Father-in-law will most likely help you build a PC when you move. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, so there are so many awesome channels. I don't know if you tried Jay's 2 Cents. Naughty Gnome is awesome and was very helpful to me when I was building mine. And there's a few other like Linus Tech Tips and a bunch of other channels that are really good with regard to like helping people. And many of them do not gatekeep and want to help people who are new to PC building. Like they have opinions and they'll express them. Jay from Jay's 2 Cents has been having a lot of health issues. I really feel for him. But his content is extremely informative, but it's also like he's got a good sense of humor, and he really tells it like it is, and he's not afraid to help people try and build something that's really very like powerful and usable on a budget. He's not sitting there trying to tell everybody they need the most. You know, he certainly loves to play with the high power stuff. Like he gets excited about, you know, stuff that's really got like very high capability and is like, you know, extremely expensive, like high end stuff. But he's also excited when it comes down in price and it becomes more accessible to people, and is always trying to like help people figure out what's the most cost efficient way to get the most out of their machine. So I can't remember, but he might have even done some content around like, well, okay, are you going to get a pre-built? This is the way you should go. I can't remember if I watched any videos like that, but it's nice that there are people out there willing to take time to show people how to do these things, because otherwise, you know, it would be a mystery to most of us. And unless you happen to have somebody in your life who can show you how to do it. Hi, Ian. How are you? Also, thank you for helping me cause chaos yesterday, everyone, in Ardent Just channel. I really love being able to take you guys over there. And I had so much fun watching the premiere of the YouTube video, and I'm going to make a concerted effort to do more YouTube stuff. So I was looking into it, and I think I am correct. In order to qualify for monetization on YouTube, your live stream watch times, like, so for example, when I was streaming in YouTube yesterday, I saw that. Good for you. Because I popped into your channel after a little bit. I had to walk away. I had to go do other things. And then I came back and I saw she had rated you, but it's awesome. We have an ad break starting in less than 3 minutes. Thank you for staying through ads if you don't have a sub. I appreciate it. Mods, I don't know if that's showing up for you now outside of, because it was just showing up for Miro. I didn't realize there was an option to turn that on for everyone. You might have to be in mod view. You were able to figure out what was going on. It was just frustrating at first, but once you walked away and came back, it was all clear and took 15 minutes to fix. Yep. That would probably be my main point of advice about anything computer related, is if you're really starting to feel like you can't figure out what's going on and you've tried a bunch of things and none of them are working, occasionally what that means is you just need to step away from it for a minute. I mean, this goes for a lot of problems, not just for computer stuff. You don't see it. You don't see... Okay. Interesting. Are you in mod view? Puffles. That's because there's a save changes button. I'm the reason why they have things that are like, you haven't saved your changes yet. Did you want to leave this page? It's because of me. In fairness, computers are the worst. Yeah. No. It was my fault. We just figured it out. It was my fault. We just figured it out. I do not always notice things like the button at the bottom of the page that said save changes. So the next time there's an ad break coming up, hopefully it will show it to you, Puffles, I'm not sure how it shows it to you, Miro. I see the ads manager up top that says that we have an ad starting in 25 seconds. But there's also the purple thing at the bottom of chat that says incoming ad break. So I'm not sure how it will appear to mods, but I didn't realize there was an option that you could toggle on for all mods to see that. Now you're sitting there while Windows installs and reboots 20 times. Uh-oh. Yeah, I don't like Twitch Mobile either, but I don't have a choice a lot of the time. Pretty sure mods will have the purple thing in chat. Okay, good. So when you see that, you know, kind of prepping you for when we may not necessarily have a person who is very practiced at warning chat about incoming ads. Which we are in right now. It has to reboot to install drivers. Ah. It's crooked. And this is pointed. Okay. It's because I moved some stuff. Come on. I've been thinking about changing a lot of things, including some of this. Like where exactly my camera is located. See, that has to be where I had it before, because I used to be able to show more of my desk without. But see, now you can see the stuff at the top, all my mess at the top. The good thing is you can't miss it. Yeah. So I have it set up to do it at 3 minutes. What won the poll? Yeah, if it's working properly. In the mod channel, I'm going to go look right now. You don't have to tell me. I'm looking. 3 minutes, yeah. So I think we'll keep it at 3 minutes before the ad break starts. Mm-hmm. So we not only have that for mods so they can let people know ahead of time, but we also have the SariBot thing that popped into chat that said a 3-minute ad break is starting. Thank you for sticking with us through this break. Ads help support my content. Consider subscribing to remove ads and support the stream. And now the ads are over, and SariBot says the ad break is finishing now. SariBot also, since we got SariBot in the channel, I have, thank goodness, not had not a single one. Not a single follower bot fartazing. Follower bot type incident, nothing like that. Not a bit of it. As you know, this is all crooked again. Not one incident, thank goodness. So huge shout out to the person responsible or people for SariBot. Because I saw it happen in someone's stream the other night. It was, I've seen it happen to Amish. I've seen it happen to, it was someone from the Women's Guild. It was, Cheeb. I don't even see it. I don't even see it. I haven't even seen the activity from SariBot. She really did. She really did. And I made the suggestion purely because, like, even, you know, it's like, I mean, handled it like a pro. But, like, you know, what if you just don't even have to have that happen? Like, how awesome would that be? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it wasn't like it threw her for any kind of loop, honestly. She obviously knows what she's doing and wasn't about to be ruffled by it. It's just annoying. It's time consuming. It derails you, like, not in a fun way. Swish got a massive follow bot attack, like 2,000 of them. It was impressive watching SariBot as a mod just banning them in like rapid fire. Yeah, so maybe we've been lucky enough to just not get one because I haven't even seen it. You can even set it up to like automatically put your channel into like emote only and like follower only mode or whatever. When? When? You mean since we've gotten SariBot? Did it happen in the middle of the night? Oh, right. I'm saying just since we got SariBot, I haven't even had, like... I haven't even seen it, like, having to do that. I don't know. Crazy cat lady, everyone's begging for the pattern, but I have just not had time to sit down and do the thing. Yes. Except I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like we're tempting fate talking about it. Well, Crazy Cat Lady, I've been talking about writing up the pattern for my design. Like, obviously I didn't come up with crocodile or dragon scale stitch. But this is my original design for a lined bag. How are you? Happy New Year. Right. They try to focus on people who don't already have that kind of stuff, because what's the point when somebody has a really easy, very effective way to deal with it? Could be. Well, I certainly don't think I'm going to be able to finish this lining today, but I am happy that I was able to get the body of the bag done. Like I really did. I wanted yarn chicken, but just barely. This is all that was left. Really got to get working on all this stuff to do with birthday and partnerversary. I don't mind this at all. I know this probably looks like a boring part of this project to a lot of people, but I like it. I can just sort of sit here and think while I'm doing it, you know? I know a lot of people really don't like repetitive sections of a project or things like blankets and stuff. You don't know how to crochet or knit, so you're kind of mesmerized by it. Yeah. Man, last night I was just laying there. I just could not sleep. It was the worst. And I'm trying to train myself to not be on my phone right before bed. So I was like, well, I could just pick up my phone and see who's live on Twitch or watch some videos on YouTube. But I was like, well, that's not going to help you fall asleep. So I just had to lay there with my thoughts. But you know what I realized is I didn't do any crafting before bed. And I feel like if I have a chance to come down here and without a camera on me or anything like that, just try to like do something maybe more like this that's not a complex project. Or even if it is, you know, just sort of something familiar. And that I don't have to like struggle to learn a new thing. It just helps my brain wind down. It's like the horrible part is I was like really tired, and at like 8:30 I'm yelling at everybody to get ready for bed. Nicely, but still I'm like, oh my God, you guys, please just get ready for bed. And it's okay, you don't have to go to sleep right now, but you need to be laying down so that I can go lay down. Books. I used to read all the time. I was an avid reader as a child and a young adult. I don't know why I don't read anymore. At least not very often. You got a new book. The cover is very pretty. Yeah, I should try to get back into it. Single crochet though is a bit tedious just because, you know, it's the outside of slip stitching, the like slip stitch method of making ribbing, which, you know, is a thing, and sometimes we got to do it. Because in crochet there's no other really no other way to make ribbing other than doing like slip stitch or single crochet through the back loop. Aw, Chen. Hi, Chen. Thank you for the raid, Chen. Welcome, raiders. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Most of you probably heard my spiel. I'm 9. I'm missing half a finger. A coworker gave me the nickname. Very bold coworker. Been using it ever since. And I do a lot of crochet and crafting and all that stuff. And I love you, Chen. Thank you so much for raiding again. You are awesome. We have a read video for you guys real quick. I'm making a dragon scale dice bag today. Chen, tell us what you were up to. No sound on Chen's end. Need to run. Okay, no. You do your thing. A lot of times we have to raid and run. We have this raid video for you guys. I really love this. It's a nice introduction to the channel if you happen to be new. And some of you have been here for this dozens of times and would be mad if I didn't do it. So here you go. I'm freaking out right now. I'm fangirling. You have no clothes on. No. Get supported, nerd. No flipping way. You didn't do it. Thank you for the dollar bills for the kiddos. Thank you so much, everybody. We talked about this. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. So this is a game to you guys, huh? What? You're doing so hard!
There's people out here with reputations at stake.
Every clip is a surprise. It's like a content box of chocolates without the... Chen, I think Chen had to read and run. Be back soon, Chen said. So welcome in, raiders. We're happy to have you. Always appreciate a raid. Thanks to Chen for just being an awesome friend. You guys should give Chen a follow if you're not already. Please. Chen does a lot of crafty stuff. And is just a very sweet, very kind, very welcoming individual. Totally deserving of your support. Very least we can do is follow. But I am making the lining of this bag. This is an original design. Raids are scary and fun in chaos when it's 9 or Brenda, apparently. I don't know. I've never raided myself. Another one. Another one. Zania, thank you. Thanks, Zania. Thank you so much. Thank you. Look at you raiding us even when we're not your raid train target. That makes me feel pretty good. Zania, how was your stream? Thank you so much. Zania is a Twitch Women's Guild member and a fellow crafter, a cosplayer to be specific, and you should all give Zania a follow. And we are both moms. It's true. It's very true. Thank you so much. What were you up to on stream today? How's it going, Austin? Welcome in. Oh, that's a cute emote, and it's from Sherry Snacks, who's another Twitch Women's Guild. Final Fantasy, yeah. 6? And chess. I have a hard time reading Roman numerals sometimes. And chatting. Very cool. And you're big into like all the Final Fantasy games, right? Thank you so much for choosing us for your raid target when you fully had like all kinds of other choices. Final Fantasy is the only reason you can read Roman numerals. Oh, thank you. Really? That is so kind. I very much appreciate it. You know, it's hard. When I first started doing crafting, it certainly did help my channel grow a lot more. But, you know, it's different on the crafting side of Twitch. On the, you know this, on the creative side of Twitch, it's a little different. And, you know, I like it. But TWG, cosplay, and Final Fantasy, girly, we're besties now. There you go. We love that. Please give Zania a follow, who is, it was lovely to hang out in your channel the other day after Gabs rated you. It was really cool because, like, so Gabs rated into you and you rated here, and then we rated to Casey Dilla. And it really is a lovely way to get to know some people who you might even travel in a lot of the same circles. Like, you know Pix and you know Duo. I'm doing a collaboration with Pix and Duo on the 13th. Like, so funny how worlds will sometimes rotate around each other like that, but somehow not collide until one thing pushes you together. And it was really cool to see that. So yes, please make sure you're giving Zania a follow. Thank you so much for reading over with your folks. If you have to get going, Zania, you know, I understand completely. I'm a very busy mom. And another raid. Metakite, welcome. Welcome back, I should say. Thank you so much, everybody from Xania's stream for coming on the raid. I really appreciate it. Woody Wool, thank you for the raid again. It's so much raid. Well, we just got one from our friend Chen 7 minutes ago. And then Xania, you raided 3 minutes ago. And now here's Woody Wool. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Xania, our first raid of the day had to get going. And well, I was going to wait and see if Chen wanted to do it, Miro. But I suppose we could always let Xania pick. Thank you so much, Woody Wool. Please, all of you, make sure you're following each other, okay? So, like, you all chose... I must have been at the cap, or they unfollowed me from you, Woody Wool. You all chose here to raid too, right? So, the number one thing about raids is, like, you know, you guys might need to go. The broadcaster. Maybe your audience even needs to, like, take a break from watching Twitch or whatever. This is, like, a convenient time for that. But for those of you that did come over on the raids, it's really awesome for your streamer that you did that. So I'd like to congratulate you for supporting your streamer. And coming over and giving somebody a chance real quick. You know, like I said, I understand. A lot of times we got to get going. You could hit the follow button if you feel like coming back another time. Maybe watching someone crochet and craft and hang out and sometimes game sounds like fun to you. But if you do need to get going, at least coming on the raid and maybe leaving a lurk for the person if you're capable is super helpful and it's really kind. So I appreciate all of you. And I very much appreciate you guys choosing this place as the place to do that. So thank you very much. We do have a raid video for you guys. And I haven't even done my spiel about 9.5, but basically the short version of the story is I'm missing half a finger. That's where the name comes from. Been on the platform for 5 years, do a lot of crochet and crafting. We do a lot of charity stuff. But this video kind of shares with you some important, we call it a warning-tisement. Okay? If you've never been here before, I'd like you to see this. Because then you can't say we didn't warn you, warning label, about the rubber chickens and the fart noises. That could be advertisement. Maybe you love those things. Maybe you should just watch the video.
I'm freaking out right now. I'm fangirling.
You have no clothes on. No. Get supported, nerd. No flipping way. You didn't do it.
Thank you for the dollar bills for the kiddos. Thank you so much, everybody. Ah!
We talked about this. I mean, you can cook steak in a dryer, but do you want to? And when the fat renders off of the steak, does it create a fire hazard? I'm sorry, I'm a mother. I can't help but think about these things immediately. So this is a game to you guys, huh?
What? You're doing so hard.
There's people out here with reputations at stake.
I also love coffee. That's another thing you should probably know. We are not putting any steaks in the dryer, Cat. No! Stop telling the new people about steak in the dryer. And Cat, you beautiful soul, thank you so much for your continued support of the channel and for resubscribing for a whopping 23 months. It really means a lot to me. And I know that it's not like I have the most fascinating resub alerts in the history of live broadcasting, but you did that just as we were heading over to that scene, and so here
23 months. We almost have a 2-year-old.
I mean, you know, who would want to miss out on seeing me gyrate in a hot pink Leotard, this time you have a picture of your truck. May you enter the... Yes, absolutely, yes. But let us get you a link permit. Let us get you a link permit first, Woody Wool. Posting links in chat without a permit is a sub perk, which is, it's just fine. We're okay with it as long as you ask permission first and get a permit from a mod. Otherwise, you'll get bopped by the bot, and that's mostly to keep those rogue... You're good. Miro did it for you. There you go. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Very cool. I see where you're going with this. Are you going to stuff it with polyfill, or are you going to put like a foam cube or rectangle inside of it? What would you call that? How are you going to assemble it? That's very cool, Woody Wool. Zania, if you have any social media you'd like to share, we also do the same for folks. Anytime they raid, if there's some kind of social media link or something like that they want to share. But again, I often understand, I understand having to raid and run because I often am in that position myself. Again, words are hard today. But yes, thank you so much, all three of you, for the raids. You will stuff it with fiberfill like a yeah. I just was curious because it's an object with harder like corners to it, what your approach was going to be. I don't know that I would necessarily stuff it with like a piece of foam per se. So once again, what I'm working on today is this is an original design. I do have a couple of patterns for sale, and I've thought about writing this one into a pattern. Not sure whether or not I would actually sell it, or if I would just make it into a tutorial, or... I mean, a tutorial might maybe perhaps... that's okay. That makes it cuddly and squishy maybe, and like a nice squishy cuddly thing that just happens to look like a truck. It is a dice bag. So this particular project is spoken for and will belong to our friend RC Maniac 25, who bid on it in our auction to benefit Starlight Children's Foundation. Miro, did you hear me saying they I don't know if it was just because StreamStars archived the team campaign, or if it's the event entirely shut everything down, if it was on Starlight's end. But if I want to be able to donate to Starlight, I'll have to make a new campaign. And I'm thinking about just sticking with what we already have currently, which is Big Table 1000 Dreams Fund. And I was even thinking about archiving my St. Jude Creative. I'm not sure. Just because having it have creative in the title, you know, I don't want it to be somehow like misleading or whatever. Because that's, you know, creative season ends on the 31st of December. Okay, great. And then we would still have 1000 Dreams Fund at Big Table. If any of you readers have questions, please feel free to ask them. We are heading towards the end of our stream here in about the next half an hour, about an hour. I am a after-school theater instructor at a local school. And today is going to be my first day back with my students after the break. Thank you for supporting the channel and what I do here, because the fact that I am able to contribute to my family's income through streaming as a professional full-time content creator, loosely use that term. Oh, Chen. Here, I'll write it. It means that I'm able to do this job and not have to stress over the fact that it pays very, very, very little. But I do sometimes have to spend my own money in order to purchase things, or I choose to because we do not have a lot of money. We have to fundraise everything for our department. There is no budget. The school district does not budget anything for theater productions other than the very small amount of pay that I receive. That's it. And it's tough because we're a rural area. Purple sparkles, you got it. We like to give that opportunity to our first rating party of the day, if it's at all possible, for them to change my pair eyewear toppers if they'd like. I had the pop art on, and Chen asked for purple sparkle, and I have a bunch of different pair eyewear toppers. I really love this product because I am a glasses wearer of the last nearly 3 decades now. Shiny like my yarn. Go do your studying, Chen. Love you, Chen. At least Captioners understands that I'm saying Chen and not Chin. I don't keep a close eye on captions, but I do have a little preview right in front of me if I want to see what it's saying. If I want to see what it's telling you I'm saying. And since we switched to this rat with a compiler version, see, just there it said route instead of rat. Rat with a compiler. There we go. It is extremely accurate, and I haven't had a single instance of you all having to tell me. Well, the other benefit, right, Miro, is you've not once had to tell me that it was turned off. Also, this version does not caption when the audio source is muted in OBS or you are not live. So it showed me, because you tell it which audio source, this plugin, it showed that I was muted and stopped captioning me. Because that was a problem before. I had one that was good in terms of accuracy, but if no CC coming through, if I forgot and left my the microphone unmuted, but then was muted in OBS, it was still captioning what I was saying. So I could be on a phone call trying to talk to somebody about something, sensitive information, and it would be captioning everything I'm saying if I'm sitting here in front of the microphone. If the microphone was picking me up, it was sending the captions through unless I touched the mute button on the microphone. So that's another advantage of this particular setup. And if anybody wants information about it, I can tell you where to find the info on how to install it. Another thing I like about this, using it as the native captions that are available, so this pushes to Twitch and uses Twitch's captions system. And that puts the control over the size, font, color, placement, opacity. All of that is in the control of the viewer. They can decide they want it at the top of the screen, in the middle, left or right aligned, different types of fonts. It can have a shadow, like a drop shadow. It can have a background. It can be a number of colors, different colors, which is really awesome because some people not only need the caption since they have they're hard of hearing or deaf, but they might also have visual requirements for being able to read them easily. So I'm happy with this system. Of course, you know, I'm always interested in people's feedback when it comes to that sort of thing. So if anybody ever experiences issues with that, I would definitely want to know. Just plugging away at this lining. And so, like, I'm fairly certain it's not long enough yet, but occasionally I'll just turn it inside out or right side in. And sort of stretch this out a bit too, just because, you know, it's not going to stay like this. I haven't yet. I really can't justify the expense at the moment. I mean, I did talk to him about it, and I would like to do it. I'm glad we did it, but we spent too much money at Christmas. I don't have regrets. I don't have regrets because we had a nice Christmas, and both my husband and I grew up in families where there were very lean years where we did not have very much at Christmas time. And so it's difficult sometimes to resist the temptation to go overboard, but it is perfectly okay. Christmas only comes once a year. We have kids that are 13, 11, and 7, about to be 14 and 12. I'm happy that we didn't go completely out of our budget or anything like that, but we definitely spent more than I think we had anticipated we were going to, but that's okay. We were talking about VR for the boys for Christmas, and that would have definitely pushed it way over budget for Christmas. So spending money on anything that isn't truly necessary right now, like, I'll be frank with you, groceries are so incredibly expensive right now. It's wild. Yes. They have. The boys have, yeah. I don't think Ramona's tried it. She's too little for most of the headsets. They don't recommend it for kids her age. So it's really hard because I know a bunch of you have been kind of poking me about like updating my throne and stuff. And honestly, I'm just going to be completely frank with you guys. Like, yes, that's very kind. And I will try to make sure there's a few extra things in there. And it's very sweet of you. And I really appreciate it. And I do understand as well that like putting stuff in there that I need for stream, it's extremely effective because 9.5 use throne. It's extremely effective. $24 for 4 chicken breasts. Yeah. Yeah, and we're trying to feed 5 people and feed one of those 5 people a diet that's very low in carbohydrates, refined carbohydrates. And so it's all fresh vegetables and meat and cheese and eggs and stuff that's expensive, you know? Thanks for the hydrate, Corin. So anyways, you know, it's... And I already detailed earlier how I like kind of have issues with how much space I have. And so like, I just literally don't even know where I would put stuff. If it's, you know, stuff that takes up any kind of space. You guys don't have to get me stuff. You can just be here and hang out. And if you have funds to support the content, that's great. And I don't know. I hate asking for stuff for birthdays, and at the same time, I know that you guys enjoy. I don't mind a celebration, like a party. I don't know. I'm going to change this subject. I'm like, it's making me uncomfortable. My husband, on the other hand, is like, you need to be doing something for the whole month. And I was like, I don't know. Well, I mean, I've talked before about how what I want to do is to try to save up. So I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at, Ariella, is that if you guys are supporting the channel and helping in that way, then if I'm making enough, I can save for, you know, like a separate studio space, to build out a separate studio space. But it just has been really hard to set money aside for that. We had a lot of vet bills last year because we had a pup that was sick, and we eventually had to say goodbye to him, which is really sad, but you know, that is how it is. And I love our vet, and I'm putting money right back into my local economy because it's actually here in my town, which is, we're very fortunate to have a quality vet that we like going to right here in our town. Yeah, so Crazy Cat Lady, when we were looking for a house, we almost bought a house where I could have had 2 stream rooms. But the house had a ton of problems. Good night, Woody Will. Thank you for coming in with your community, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you so much for the raid. Everyone, exclamation point 9 eyes for Woody Will. You'll be able to keep your Cricut set up. Yeah, I'm not about to get into that because that's like a whole... No Cricut, no 3D printer. I don't have room for it. But I do think I could be using this space more efficiently, or I could maybe swap with my daughter. Your craft room became a storage room because you have 1 closet in the whole house. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm so lucky that our cats don't mess with my stuff down here. If the puppies could get to it, it would be a big problem. I took them on a nice long walk this morning. That's one reason why I was a little later in going live today, is Hubs had to get going right away in the morning. He took them the last 2 days in a row. So, I mean, I want him to take them in the morning because he needs it. I don't want to say more than I do. We both need exercise, but he's really trying to like get himself, you know, back in a healthy space with his weight and his blood sugars and all that. And I'm proud of him. He's doing a good job since this last time that he started looking after himself again. Yours just want to sleep in the yarn. Yeah. Well, I think because mine isn't like readily accessible in that way, like for the most part, maybe. Thank you, Muriel, for the heads up about the ads. We do ads once an hour, about. I'm doing them slightly more frequently. Just because we do end up using snoozes a lot. And I'm not worried about this per se, but I also thought, well, maybe it could help with income a little bit. If we end up using a lot of snoozes in a stream, I have noticed, and I can't tell if this is exactly what's going on. I'll notice that one stream, I'll have a decent amount of ad revenue, and then another one that's like the same length, It'll be really small. And I'm like, is that really because that many people who were here are subbed? It could be that. Yeah, I was just going to say, if you need to refresh, I don't know, Puffles, it was late. It just started for me like 10 seconds ago. It may not always be like completely perfect, but I think Miro is watching it and usually posts that before I even see the little purple thing, incoming ad break, at the bottom of chat. Because he's just that thorough. See, mine says 2 minutes and 13 seconds. Miro is just a super mod. Boo. They're saying 6 to 12 inches of snow for you Saturday into Sunday. Oh my. That's crazy. Finished your thread. Time for a break. Do we do it the week of your birthday and just throw caution to the wind for our collab with Brenda? I don't know, Miro. Miro's birthday is in January as well. He's the 17th, and that might not be an enjoyable.
Greatest streamers of our generation.
It's up to you. It's really up to you. I don't know about that, Balance. I think that title now belongs to you, sir. You have usurped me. And I'm okay with it. How you doing, Ballant? It's a Thursday. Are you live today? Do you stream on Thursdays? Every single day? Why did I feel like there was a day that you are off? You're live every single day? Look, I mean, if I showed you my dashboard. Occasionally Saturday off. Okay. So here's the weird thing is that at the top in the ads manager, it still says ads starting soon. No. Let's look at overview. I'm not going to show it to you guys, but I was live. I think it was because I was live on Christmas Eve. Maybe. Right? Because I was live Christmas Eve. It's showing I had viewers on the 25th. Maybe. I think that's why. Or like, did I stream that night? I don't remember now. The 26th is the only day that I have 0 average viewers from the last 30 days. And I streamed every day except 3 in November. I did not stream on the 5th. or the 18th or the 23rd. My husband came home last night and was like, well, are you going to stream? And I was like, I already did twice today. He's like, I'm like, nah. I had thought about maybe doing one more evening stream after the morning stream and then the afternoon stream. And I was like, nah. Like I said, I was tired, but then the annoying part is I couldn't fall asleep anyways. So I could have, but I didn't know that. Welcome back, Ali. Subtle headache subsided. Got the jab today. I hope you don't have too much of a reaction to that. See, why is Seribot now saying that the ad break is finishing? When, I don't know. I don't even know what's going on. Aww, but I don't think that's Seribot's fault because like I said, it was in my ads manager showing. You be nice to Seribot. Oh my God. More. Just the usual. I was just gonna say you got robbed. What are you talking about? I think that one's pretty darn expensive if you do it, you know, intentionally. I can't remember how much that one costs. That's the longest. It's the longest fart down. That Irish John emote. You really like that one. You really like that one, don't you, Pellet? Oh, that's good. Miro, that you're like probably in the clear. Almost time to start decreasing. Might be time after this round. But so like this creates like more of a fabric. I know I've mentioned this here before, but did you guys know that machines, so far anyway, can't replicate crochet? And so if you see a crocheted item for sale anywhere, it means an actual human made it with their hands. So occasionally you'll see crocheter TikTok or Instagram or whatever going wild over like Target or somewhere having really cheap crocheted items, because that means they didn't pay the people who made it very much, if anything at all, basically. Yeah, I won't buy crocheted stuff from like a big box retailer. I mean, you know, I crochet, so yeah, there's that whole, I could make that. But like, I don't know, I buy stuff from other people who crochet, right? But if there's like a crocheted sweater or swimsuit that has crochet on it or something like that, they are not paying those people an appropriate living wage. I can guarantee it. If it comes from a place like, you know, Target, Walmart, like a bag that's crocheted, don't do it. Don't do it, chat. Thank you, Miro. Hi, Dan. I'm good. How you doing? Happy New Year, Dan, if I haven't said that to you already. Rackwack, when will you find out about that internship that you mentioned earlier? And that's good to know that this dose doesn't have intense side effects. Did I tell you guys that our pediatrician of the last 13 years is retiring? Yeah, I really love him. We did prepare in a lot of ways for our first child, like very thoroughly. Like we had everything ready to go for like a room and all that other stuff. Although, I mean, you know, in retrospect, it's funny you worry about all that stuff. Really, all they need is like diapers to be fed and clothes. Whatever diapering system you're going to use. You know, if you're going to formula feed, then you will need like bottles and all that other stuff. Well, and you'll need a pump and bottles if you plan on returning to work anytime in the first, 6 months of their life or so. Anyways, we had not picked out a pediatrician when I went to the hospital to deliver Henry. And he just happened to be the pediatrician on duty at the hospital to come and look at him after he was born. Frustrated and stressed, but okay. Well, I'm glad to hear the okay part. I'm sorry about the frustrated and stressed. I totally understand. That's a great question. You don't know. You're hoping within the next week. Oh, that's hard when they don't give you a time frame, because then you don't know like when it's time to maybe check on it. So he walked into the room and we just immediately were both like, are you accepting patients? Because we just really loved his whole demeanor and his approach. And so I'm sad, but I'm happy for him because he's been taking care of other people's kids for a long time. And maybe this means he gets to go and spend some quality time with his children that are very nearly adults at this point, and his wife. So I'm hoping this means recreation, relaxation, enjoying family time and stuff like that for him. And I'm thankful that he stuck it out through the pandemic and we got to take our kids to him for as long as we did. Yes, that's really what it's all about, is that, like, you know, we go there and we know what to expect from him, and he treats us really well, but like we trust him. And we actually did have one instance in which he made the wrong call. And the reason why we stuck with him and why I will forever sing his praises is that he acknowledged it. He made himself accountable. He apologized genuinely. And I said, it's okay because we know that you would never ignore me on purpose, or, you know, like, I've never gotten the feeling from him that our concerns were being invalidated. Everyone makes mistakes. That's how you deal with them. Classes start on the 8th. So you'll be signing up for classes late. There's a class to be enrolled in for the internship, though it isn't actually a class. There's a second class to register for that just asks for assignments elaborating on what you have learned in the internship. As long as you get 270 hours in during this semester, then it doesn't matter when you start. Oh my, though, that's a lot. Banana. That emote. How you doing, Banana? Welcome in. Happy New Year, friend. It's nice to see you. How's your 2024 so far? Bug fixing. Oh. I didn't think I was going to get this lining done today. Yeah, Allie, like, we've even talked about it. My husband and I have, like, sort of, like, you know, said, like, wow, we really hope he doesn't, like, selfishly, you know, we've been like, oh man, when's it going to be time for him to retire? And then selfishly been like, we hope it's not before our kids are done seeing a pediatrician. But, you know, again, that's life. Life is full of change. We have had to see other doctors at that practice, but and they're great and everything. Like, I don't have any kind of issues with the other doctors in the practice or anything like that, but it is a trek for us. So I'm thinking we will probably see if we can't find somebody who's closer. Because while it's not like the most outrageous distance, it's certainly not convenient to have to travel to Portland. traffic can be really awful in Portland, and the part of town that the office is in is pretty chill, comparatively speaking. Did you tell me about your New Year's shenanigans? Yeah, of course. You can use it anytime you want. It's really funny. I love it.
What is this? A center for ants?
I don't know. I can't remember if you told me about your New Year's shenanigans. Tell me again. What is this? A center for ants? You made lobster. How did it go? Oh, yeah. No. You came in and you were telling us about all the different yummy things you were planning on making. And you were just talking about like all this food over the holiday break. And. You bought yourself a chef's knife. Ooh, excellent. Good for you. It is amazing having the right tools, you know? It doesn't seem like it should be that big of a deal, really, if like something gets the job done. And I mean, we are a household where we have a bunch of like professional kitchen equipment. You're a bit sick. I'm sorry to hear that. But then we also have like a ton of stuff that is so janky, but like some of it magically has lasted for many years. And so I'm like not ready to give it up because I'm like, well, so what if it's not good? Like not the best quality tool. I know how to use it. And that's how I felt about corkscrews. And I had coworkers that had like insanely complex, like really expensive, like you would ask to borrow their wine key, and that's what some of us call it, is a wine key, like a corkscrew to open a bottle, right? Their bottle opener, you'd ask to borrow it, and they get this look on their face like, ugh. And then they would, they'd hand it over, but like begrudgingly because they were worried that they weren't going to get it back. And I'd be like, why are you carrying something so precious with you at work where it's so easy to lose things, like because you're in a rush and it's busy and whatever? Just learn to use a crappy one well. And then you won't cry when you lose it. Previously, the nicest knife you had was an Opinel, if that's how you say it. Ian, what do you mean rules? I'm not sure. Paring knife, but the only big knife you had was from IKEA, which you couldn't hold an edge to save its life. Hi, Mosnia. How are you? You've been needing a bread knife for so long. It's a necessity. What is the specific question, Ian? It's there for you to, promote other people who you think are worthy and deserving of, that we might not already know about. I mean, it's okay to use it. No. So basically what I envisioned, and Bells is really good at this, is, you want to shout someone out who you think is a good streamer. But it's really helpful when people actually give us the reasons why they like the person, or at least a quick little blurb. Because like otherwise we're all just sort of sitting here going, okay, that's nice, you like that person, and there's their name. But like, what motivation do we have to actually follow them? Unless you give us some info about what they do. Look at that, would ya? I can't believe it. The lining is done. You guys are all worn out from the holidays, aren't you? It's unusual for me to get this much done on a stream, but I'm not complaining. Yeah, I know. 15 minutes. Thank you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate you.
This is a nerd alert.
MJ Hart. You met her on the raid train, and she's so incredibly kind. She's a licensed therapist and promotes talking about mental health on her channel. Definitely go give her a follow. Awesome. If Ahmad would like to give a shout out to MJ Hart, and then like double checking your spelling too, because whatever, and it looks like that was correct. Whatever spelling you put in that redeem, if the mod doesn't already know the person and she does games, cool. If the mod doesn't already know the person, they will put exactly what you put in that redeem. Again, this is hard. I've been thinking about revamping this whole thing and maybe changing how we do it. Thank you for the endorsement of another awesome streamer. And in particular, thank you so much, Ian, for all of your support of all of us in the Women's Guild. It's really awesome. Thanks, friend. You forgot to rebuild your code after making changes. Let it run 3 times before realizing that it was skipping the lines that you added because they didn't really exist yet. Uh-oh. That sounds like something I would do if I were a coder. If I could put code in a bottle. $15 away from 500 followers. That's a nice big round number. How close can we get MJ Hart to that 500 followers? Hi, Zach. How you doing, friend? All right. Holy cow. I finished this lining. The cool thing about this is it gives it such structure that, like, when it's empty, you can, like, it'll stand right up like this. You've enjoyed meeting all the new friends on the train. Been so much fun. Is that a what? What? A what? What is that word? I don't know what that means. What are you up to today, Zach? Are you streaming later? A mitten. Got it. Oh no. No, it's a dice bag. Oh, actually, I just realized that's not where I should put that. I should... the end of the yarn. I should pull it. A chalk bag. I don't know what that is. Zach asked me to hydrate. It's for climbing. Like, put chalk in it so you can chalk your hands so they're not sweaty, so you don't, your grip is better. Is that it? Is that the idea? Do you do rock climbing? Banana? How did I not know that? All right, we have about 10 minutes. Now the question is... is this enough yarn to make a drawstring? like how that... Well, it's okay. We're gonna tie it up at the end anyways. Indoor, but yes. But wait, what? I'm at the moment. I don't even know what we're talking about. I'm just having a hard time today. Oh man, I really hope my students aren't completely out of, like, shot out of a cannon today. Wait. There we go. It'll be okay if they are. Are you... I'm confused. Is there something wrong with the timer or the command? I shouldn't assume there's a bad reason why you're doing something. Windows done. Now to install the video card. You thought this was for Patreon. Mm-mm. As in, like, you haven't even put it on the motherboard yet? Yeah, I don't know. This might not be long enough. We'll see in just a second here. You did, but because you didn't have Windows installed, it was giving you issues
Chicken attack!
with monitors. Okay. Hi, Becca. Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say this is probably not long enough. I usually like them to be a tiny bit longer than this just because when you, because I'm going to have to tie knots in the end of it, right? And when you open it all the way, I like to make sure there's plenty of room. I don't know. Well, I mean, the other yarn is on the way, so... Becca, I'm glad I got to hang out in your stream. And yes, I was raided into your stream by Brian, but I do try very hard whenever I can to lurk you. I hope you know that. It's hard. There's so many people live at any given moment. And I just, you know, I've been trying to be conscious of how much time I'm spending on my computer and my phone around my kids when I'm not streaming. No, not at all. I'm more worried that, you know, people who have been so supportive of me in the past, not at all. No, 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 no. No, no, no. You know, that y'all might think like I don't make time for you or I don't care when you're live. And it's not that at all, you know. I'm very worried about that sometimes, probably more so than I should be. I am grateful for you, and I appreciate what you and your community are about, and most especially what you've done for charity. So, oh, don't worry. Hey, you know what? I'm actually glad that you just came out and said it like that, because then I have a chance right now to dispel that fear for you, because you are wonderful, and I appreciate you, and I just want you to know how awesome I think you are. That's all. And I'm sorry if you had a bad interaction with him. I'm very sorry if you had that happen today. That's very hard. Big hugs to you, friend. You're a passionate creature, and there's nothing wrong with that. Oh my goodness, Becca, I had to try so hard not to lay into them. I really wanted to point out to them how many times the word should appeared in their messages. I was like, hey, yo, you handled it really well. You were really nice about it. You might want to consider having a message that your mods can put in chat when people start doing stuff like that. They probably meant well is the thing, right? They might mean well in their way or whatever, but I feel like everyone should know. That person should know. This is almost what I almost said. Maybe you should stop telling her how to play the game. They think they're helping. And so, like, you don't want to jump down someone's throat right away. But you did handle it quite well. It is hard as a viewer sometimes watching someone be like that in chat and be like, come on, let her play. She's having a good time. If you don't enjoy watching someone work it out and you just want to help, like you just want to toss suggestions at them and not let them do it their way and figure it out on their own, then like that's fine. But I don't know, you know, like it's an old game too that you're playing, right? That grinds my gears. I'm sorry. I hope that person figures it out. And I try very hard to be patient myself. As long as he's okay with the size of the drawstring, this thing is done. Yeah, it's very hard because we're protective of you, your regulars and your mods, and we don't like to see somebody, you know, potentially ruining your fun. And, you know, not understanding, not taking the hint when you gently say, I mean, then they did, they kind of backed off, but like, and then it was this whole thing where they were like, I guess I'll just sit here and watch and not say anything. And then there was the other person, and I'm proud of you that you called out the good behavior. And you said, hey, look at this other person who is invested in what I'm doing and watching and having fun watching me. And they know the game and they're not backseating me. Like, it's totally possible. And so the thing that I think people have to be encouraged to do when we're trying to deter backseating is to make sure to do exactly what you did and make a good example out of a person who is happy that you're playing one of their favorite games, but they are not overstepping the boundaries and they're letting you explore the game and they're having fun and living vicariously through another person who's never played one of their favorite games. That's the healthy attitude to have. Now, it's different. Actually, I saw another broadcaster on the Raid Train who had a thing that explains in a not so PG-13 way. It was really funny, actually. What their policy is on backseating, and that they have an extremely specific phrase that they will utter when they've had it and they want help from chat. And when they do that, it means now's the time for you to offer me a suggestion. I'm stumped. I don't know what to do next. I was like, that's really smart. Because, like, I don't do as much gaming. And I don't get people that come in and backseat my crafting, really. Thank goodness. You know, it's not very polite, no matter what. Backseating is one reason your better half stops streaming. Oh, God. You're tempted to make a safe word of sorts that you'll say as a cue to chat. That's exactly what it was. Waving the white flag, and if you have suggestions, I'll take them. Otherwise, let the person enjoy the game. Like, you're an audience member. And yes, chat is interactive. And I understand it can be hard. He9, you're doing that stitch wrong. Because you talk out loud and ask rhetorical questions. It just seems like it's also something that happens so much more to women. Tashwin. It happens so much more to women. The assumption is that we don't know how to play video games. And it's like, even if I don't know how to play this video game, like, let me figure it out. You'll be like, I wonder what happens if I do this. Maybe I should go there. Should I do this? Yeah, and you're just thinking out loud because we practice narrating everything we're doing. And so the thoughts that we're having as we're playing the game are just coming out. It doesn't mean we're asking for help. If we say, please help me, chat, I'm out of ideas. That's different. The other day I did do a crossword and I asked for no backseating. But the problem is when I've done crosswords on stream before, it's been a chat and streamer activity. Streamer led, but chat has helped answer the questions. And so a lot of people who are from the time when we used to do crosswords just assumed. And I even had it on and it's okay. It's totally okay. Like, I think one person came in, it might have been, I don't remember who it was. I don't want to call them out anyways, because it really wasn't a problem. But I felt bad because they apologized afterwards after saying, like, oh, if I had been paying attention, you have it there on the screen and it says, please no backseating. And I'm so sorry. And I was like, it's okay. I knew that it wasn't intentional because it was you. But yeah, it's hard. Again, I want to give people the benefit of the doubt and assume that their intention is not to ruin the experience. One way to help make backseating go away is to make it an expensive point redeem. Oh my. That's pretty funny, actually. You have trolls in chat that when you say chat, please help me, they get intentionally quiet looking at Breath of the Wild. How do you get a child to stop balking? Oh no. You got to find some way to divert to a different noise. And then, I don't know, maybe you have a song where they get to make a bunch of different animal noises and you go, hey, that's a really good balk. Can you show me a frog? How good is your frog? Minion just looks at you and balks now. Is this my fault? Are you asking me? Because that's my fault. I think this is done. I'm going to ask for final approval from RC. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I really, really appreciate you. It means a lot to me that you guys come and you spend time in the channel. I am extremely appreciative of all of you. I hope you know that. I hope you know how much I appreciate the time you spend with me. Very, 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 very appreciative. We have a friend of the stream who is apparently doing their first crochet stream. Oh, it's not muted. Their very first crochet stream? Lena, your name is suspiciously close to another chatter's name, but I don't think it's you. I don't think you're the same person. Are you? You didn't change your name recently, did you, Lena? Lena was the OG. It's in the name. Yes, this is true. Our friend Raven Blackheart is streaming crochet. They've been live for a little while, so I'm not sure how much longer they'll go. Raven's been an awesome supporter of the stream for a while. And it's exciting that they are doing their first crochet stream ever. So we always love to support people when they're going out on a limb and trying something new, especially crochet with regard to crafts. So I'd love it if you would come with me on the raid. Please don't go anywhere. Please come with us on the raid. This is a mature audiences channel. It is a mature audiences channel. Again, coming with us on the raid is support for this channel and support for the streamer that we're going to. Introduce yourself. Hit the follow button. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the support of the channel. Thank you for all the raids today. Love you, Becca. I hope the rest of your day is fabulous. And that goes for everybody in here. Please do something nice for yourselves, chat. Please practice some self-care. You're important. You're worth it. And that goes double for you mods who do so much for us. Thank you. Ian, you're so welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you again for all your support of the train. We will probably read train streamers at least a couple more times while the train is going on. I may come back later tonight. I'm not sure. Please keep an eye out for me on YouTube and Livespace. You never know when I'll pop up over there. There's going to be a lot more of that this month and going forward, okay? Thank you, guys. You help me so much in so many ways. I hope you know how much I appreciate you all. Just for you, Ba. An on-stream Hydrate Redeem with no channel points. And it's the last of my water.